I teraz przechodzimy do następnego punktu agendy, w ramach którego przedstawimy nowości ze świata Blue Prism. Także najpierw Michael Schechter przedstawi, co ciekawego oferuje Blue Prism w chmurze oraz jakie zmiany zaszły w oprogramowaniu od wersji 6.3 do chwili obecnej i jaka jest ta, że tak powiem, ta roadmapa na przyszłość, a później Martin Rode zaprezentuje Blue Prism Service Assist, ale zanim to zrobimy, to jeszcze pozwolę sobie uruchomić taki wideo prezentacji, film dotyczący właśnie nowych funkcjonalności Blue Prism.
In 2012, we changed the fabric of the enterprise. We observed businesses that wanted to seize the initiative. We listened to leaders that yearned for operational agility. We looked at the scripts, macros, and screen-scraping tools proliferating around call centers. We took the concept of business-led automation and industrialized it. We made it productive, secure, and flexible, suitable for complex operations. We created the software robot. But a software robot alone was not enough to deliver a step change in operational excellence. In a world of digital transformation, a strong foundation is needed. We created workflow, encryption, control, audit, and analytics, and connected our software robots together to form a digital workforce. Alongside visionary customers and knowledgeable partners, we introduced new concepts and unique ways of providing business-led operational agility. We disrupted the norm and introduced a new way of working. Why are we different? Blue Prism believes in the democratization of technology. We believe that business people can be empowered to solve problems and transform their organizations. We believe in digital workers with skills that can harness the best-of-breed technologies as simply as downloading an app from your smartphone. We are pioneers, not followers. Our vision is the digital worker, a supplemental intelligent resource that goes beyond the bot. We are creating the future of work. An on-demand, intelligent, autonomous digital workforce. Intelligent, connected, and easy to control. Blue Prism is giving business leaders the power to solve their business challenges using an operational code-free canvas to succeed in today's digital age. We believe in access. We're demystifying web services and making their consumption as simple as drag and drop. We believe in insight. Surfacing process data never before captured and building the most comprehensive analytics platform that RPA can provide. We believe in equipping our workers with transferable intelligent automation skills. Meaningful AI is about transforming the way organizations leverage technology to deliver true operational agility. And as pioneers, our vision for the future of work starts today. A fluid, dynamic, and infinite resource of digital workers designed to assist, collaborate, and support, to help share the burden of our ever-increasing workloads in the 24/7, always-on-demand digital age. Blue Prism introduces intelligent automation skills for the digital worker. We're creating an ecosystem of technologies, working with universities, researchers, and fellow technologists to integrate global technology research into the digital workforce, and a digital exchange for our customers and partners that will enable a fluid interchange of digital resources across the business. Together, we're delivering on the vision of the world's most successful digital workforce. True Enterprise RPA.
Okay, Michael, over to you.
Thank you, Derek. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be here today and be able to present. So in today's sessions, I have two different things I'm going to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about Blue Prism Cloud, and then I'm going to talk about what's new in the last versions of Blue Prism and what's coming next. So more or less roadmap session. So if we talk about the history of Blue Prism, we started in 2001 with automation of processes, and that was at that time by Barclay Bank on premise. But with the time, more and more customers are looking for moving to the cloud. So we extended our offering also for deployment in the cloud. But still, we was missing some other capabilities in this area. And one of our partners, Autonomy, built Blue Prism in Microsoft Azure, adding additional different technologies and also self-developed models, offering that provides platform as a service capabilities, but also as digital worker as a service capabilities. And at some point in summer last year, we decided, okay, that could be interesting, or also for general strategy of our company, and it was acquisition of Autonomy finalized. So now you have more or less two capabilities to go for classic Blue Prism approach on-premise or in the cloud, but also it's possible to get everything as platform of service or digital worker as a service. So what's it about? Cloud is coming more and more to our life, and that's give us capabilities to deploy faster and also be more agile. If we talk about robotic self, we deliver also this our core competency, and we are making that more and more comfortable for our customers. But it's also about capability to add more and more use cases that could be covered with robotic automation platform. And that's about also adding additional cognitive and AI capabilities to the platform. If you start with a virtual workforce, digital workforce, then you have classical situation that you have some shared back office function, you have core business operation functions, front office functions, and in all these functions you have different teams and departments, you have different business processes, business systems, and if you start to automate, then you create additional layer with automation in each of these areas, but that's not providing to you 100% of flexibility. And with cloud capabilities, you are really able to make united digital workforce that servicing all these team and departments, working with all these business systems, and you're also able to share all resources, processes, what you know between these teams. What is Blue Prism Cloud offering about? What's Autonomy built with help of Blue Prism? They created offering that has a classical Blue Prism component like a Blue Prism runtime environment and Blue Prism Design Studio, and adjusted that with additional components. Which component that are? That's once IADA, Intelligent Orchestration, Hub, Management Dashboard and Interface. There are also a wireframer that help you to easily create new objects, but also that's upskilled digital workers with additional skills in different areas like translation, natural language processing in very different areas, computer vision, different AIs, and also this platform is capable out of the box to work with all different channels like web forms, chatbots, SMS, OCR, email, business applications. Let's talk about how usually a process with robotics start. So before you really can go to production, you have to solve some issues. You have to get RPA software, but you have to also organize some infrastructure, servers, get different licenses for operating systems, storage, database licenses, take care about the backup, monitoring, alerting, and so on and so forth. And already this start take you 3 to 6 months to be successful. Then if you're moving forwards with automation and you would like to automate more and use more advanced capabilities like OCR or some kind of portals, email clients, and so on and so far, you need to spend another 6 to 12 months to get all these additional components. In addition to that, it's also sometimes challenge that you need to get all these additional components. You need to get them, to buy them, and it's always going through procurement, so it takes additional time, and that slows you down again. And against that, you have different approach with Blue Prism Cloud, where you have everything in once and everything available in the very first second, more or less. So it's everything available for you from day one. And that make you more agile and allow you really fast start in robotics area. Let's talk about digital workers, what they can do in Blue Prism Cloud. It's about upskilled digital workers, like I said, so interact with all different business applications. It's possible to communicate in natural language, so natural language processing capabilities are already there. Read unstructured text, understand what exactly is the sentence of the text, what is emotional, intelligent, can be also used to understand the text and learn from this experience as well. But it's also about the knowledge. It's about work with different processes, work with different service levels and different priorities of the process, and automatically execute this process that has most value in this specific moment. And also possible to work with different channels, like I said as well. So I would like to talk a little bit about different components that Autonomy developed on top of Blue Prism that allow you to be more successful with robotization and to drive this robotic initiative faster. The first of all, let's talk about IADA. That's Intelligent Automation Digital Assistant. Classically, if you start with robotization, you need also to explain to the platform when to run specific processes. Usually, you are using scheduling for that, but for the beginning, that's probably very good and enough, and it's pretty easy to handle. But if you continue with robotization at some point where the number of processes is growing, and not all processes can be scheduled because some of them need to be run on specific trigger, for example, incoming email or chatbot request, or some new files in some specific folder or something else. And in combination with different priorities of processes, different service level agreements on these processes, scheduling of or handling of the process can be very fast, more and more complicated and nearly unhandleable. And that's why it's important to add some additional component that take over this task for you and automatically take care about when to run specific process, how to run that, and which resources to allocate. And that's what IADA is doing. So it's a machine learning based orchestration. So platform IADA is learning from the workload coming. So when transactions are coming, what time it's usually take to execute one specific process, and with combination with SLA and priorities, that's deciding automatically when to run the process. So It's free up resources responsible for this handling, and also helping you to run the platform more efficient. If we talk about what output can be delivered by IADA, one of our customer in financial services are talking about 75% reduction in time spent by RPA team managing automation processes. So usually to run automation, you need some people in control room, and people responsible, workers responsible for this managing automation processes can be reduced by 75%. It's also about increasing virtual workforce productivity, so you're able to run more with your existing digital workforce, and in average, it's about 30 to 40% increase in your productivity. Defining prioritization and SLA rules eliminate subjectivity and ensure maximum processing efficiency. In some specific situation, it's really very important to have so low as possible number of at least SLA breaches, and that's could be a big value for organization as well. Let's talk about other components. Hub. What is Hub? Hub is multi-environment control, so it's possible, for example, if you're running Blue Prism in distributed environment, so you have operations in different countries, for example, or in different cities, so it's possible from one web environment to control all of them, to have one picture of all installations that you have across the globe. But it's not like that. Cloud Hub is a web interface for control room, providing to you also customized dashboard capabilities and environment analytics, more detailed than classic control room from Blue Prism provide. For example, it's showing to you also the real robot utilization. A wireframer, I talked a little bit about that at very beginning. Wireframer is more or less automated way of creating business objects for new applications, following the best practices and templates from Blue Prism, making creating of new business objects really easy and fast. Process capture. At some point, if you start with robotization of the process, the first you send some analysts to the business people and discuss with them what exactly the process is, what can be automated. Then you have to create PDD, process document description document, that's going to be handled by Blue Prism developer, creating automation of the process. So how to create this process document description document? With process capture tool, it's make it for you more easier to create such document. It's also about user-based localization, so you can localize also on the user level, and some license management capabilities available inside of Blue Prism Cloud Hub. Especially, so here's one statement from the bank implemented Blue Prism Cloud Hub. My automation team has grown to over 100, and they are pushing out new processes every month. I'm the kind of person who likes to keep their finger on the pulse of the programs I'm driving, but I can't easily see the big picture. I can't see exactly how my entire environment is running in real time and what my utilization is through a single dashboard. What I need is a way to get better control where I am. So in other words, that was a problem that this bank has, this visibility, and that could be easily solved with help of Blue Prism Cloud Hub. But it's also helping to automatically solve some issues in control room. Some specific problems could be automatically solved instead of triggering people working in control room. Okay, and the next component in Blue Prism Cloud Interact, especially if we talk about which process can be automated and how we automate the processes. Classically, Blue Prism is coming from back office automation, where we was talking about automating of processes running fully in background without any interaction with the human. But if we talk in general about business process, then analysts are talking about around 92% of processes requiring human interaction at some point. So if you would like to automate the process end to end, then you need to provide some tools how to involve human workers in business process automated by Blue Prism. And Blue Prism Cloud Interact is providing a collaboration interface for end user to interact with digital workforce. It's pretty easy to set up the new interfaces, and that's completely no-code form designer available for business user. Also about Blue Prism Cloud Interact, some statement from two of our customers. One is from manufacturing and one from insurance branch. So my supplier are still emailing in their orders overnight. If I could create a form for them to fill in line that's initiate the entry directly into our production systems, I could remove a mountain of unnecessary paper pushing and share hours of our delivery times. In other words, it's possible here, for example, to make it's possible for external customers to communicate directly with digital workforce. In this case, for example, incoming email automatically import and process them with help of a digital workforce. Customer call us for advice not to be put on hold. My contact center agents need to focus on solving customer queries quickly and correctly. It takes them too long to check all the insurance policy data before being able to give advice and set up changes. My team is going as fast as they can, but we are getting scored low for our customer service. Solution like that could be also created here to speed up and the calls and also to improve the customer service. We'll have also later today presented by my colleague one specific solution for call centers, Service Assist, but it's possible also to do with Cloud Interact. Also two samples where Interact was already implemented. For example, EDF Energy Utilities firm automating front office agents, assistance workloads, and Mount Sinai Hospital patient self-registration using internet facing with Interact. If we talk about all these new components like IADA, Hub, and Interact, the good news, it's available now not just for our Blue Prism Cloud customers or autonomy customers. We are moving forwards and making that available also for our on-premise customers. So already now you can use all these new components, connect them to your on-premise or hosted environment. At the moment, they are going to be placed in our software as a service cloud, but later it will be available also completely on premise. I will talk about that in the presentation about our roadmap. That was my last slide about Blue Prism Cloud. Any questions? Hello?
To Hello, Michael.
Yep.
It's Bernard. I'm not sure Derek is...
Yes, I'm here.
Right. Okay.
Michael, you can see in the chat questions. First question, what is the licensing model for SaaS?
So it's similar to Blue Prism classic offering. So it's price per digital worker. But it's a fully equipped digital worker, with all these components. But pricing generally is about the number of digital workers.